Hey friends, I'm so happy to see you today. I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a really fun day, but boy, it's August here in Omaha, Nebraska, and it is hot outside. It is hot and humid. I'm in the mood for some more fall art, painting, fun stuff. I recently posted the gnome painting. It has a traceable. I recently posted this cute little pumpkin with a bumblebee. It has a traceable. And now I've got another traceable. I'm pretty sure, well, it's got a couple of pumpkins, and I'm pretty sure those are Black-Eyed Susans. I'll show you the, it's 8x10. I'm going to paint it on an 8x10 canvas panel. I've got a photo I'm going to show you next here. Oh, here's the traceable. That was my sketch. Quick look at the traceable. You'll be able to see that better too. Download it from my website, annietroe.com. Alrighty, here's the flower that I took on my walk the other day. Let's see, I don't know which one. Maybe this one will be easier to see. Are those Black-Eyed Susans? I think they are. Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's take a look. I've got an 8x10 canvas from Michaels. I used my traceable. You just saw, and I'm just gonna work on the background right now. And then I have been forgetting this, so I'm glad I just thought of it. We gotta get the word love on the canvas. It's a fun way to start. Oh, these are watercolor pencils from Michaels. Yeah, I like Michaels. I take advantage of the coupons. I get a 10% senior discount, which I love. I think that's so nice. I have yellow orange azo out, and it's getting a little old, so I took a little bit of water. But it's sticky. I tend to buy paints because I just think it's fun, and then I don't use them up. I would do better to buy just, primaries and stick with that. I wouldn't throw away as much paint. And then I'm going to use ultramarine blue green shade, and I've got out a little bit of brilliant purple. I want to see if we can push the sky a little towards purple. The yellow's to mute it down. We're just going to kind of play with mixing, kind of like, adding seasonings when you're cooking, and then titanium white. So I'm going to time lapse here, and then I'll be back in a bit when I figure out my dirt and my grass colors. A quick thought. So this is really pretty. I grade it quite a bit by mixing close complements. Well, we might want it. It's going to look like rain if it's really gray, or maybe just after the rain. We'll just wait and see how it looks. I painted it about 3 times because and my hands are red, so maybe you can tell it's really hot in my studio, really hot. And so the paint is drying. Even though I've got a coat of white paint on my canvas panel, the paint is drying really fast. So I would just leave it, dry it with a hair dryer, and then I could see that I was getting like little white dots where it shrinks and it wasn't covering. So then I put another layer on. So that's the only reason why there's 3 coats on the sky, is just because I couldn't get it to, it was drying fast and I couldn't get it to cover. I want to play with Vivid Lime Green. I don't know if I need it just yet, but I want to play with it in this one. I'm going to use raw sienna to help make some dirt colors. And I have Hooker's Green. So that'll make it a little different from the daisy painting I did. Oh, here, I should go grab it so you can see. Okay, let's see if it'll fit. This is an 8x10 and I put it in a frame. This has a traceable. So this has a bluer sky, and I'm pretty sure I mixed the greens in this one. But it's a similar landscape, a similar, you know, I've got some diagonals here. I've actually sort of hinting at a diagonal there. You know, small skyline. So kind of building on this painting. Hey, thought I'd pop in. I'm gonna quit for the night. My paints are really fighting me. So I'm gonna mist them. I'll stick this in a gallon baggie. So what I'm thinking is shapes and structure and some value. So I want this corner to be dark. We're gonna have some grasses coming up. We've got a big pumpkin. Where's my traceable? We've got a big pumpkin that's gonna cover a lot of this. I'll probably, once I put the traceable in there, I'll probably paint white so it'll be quicker. If I paint yellows and oranges over this dark background, it'll take quite a few more coats. I'm thinking directions, so you kind of come into the painting this way. You got a little zigzag this way. And I think I might want this a little stronger, and I think I do in every painting, but I'm gonna wait till I get flowers on and stuff. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want it lighter right in there. And then this is pretty much horizontal because it's way off into the distance, and then we have a little bit of a slope going. So these are vertical because things are growing. This is like a path or a sidewalk or something. What else? I think that's about it. Oh, I never... Sorry, I just got paint on my finger. So I just put on a couple coats, as I mentioned, to cover where the paint shrinks. I've got, here, maybe I can show you right here. Can you see there's like little teeny pops, little white specks? That's gonna get covered up by a pumpkin, but that's why I was putting on more than one coat. And I really don't like this. So I don't say that like to be hard on myself or, you know, I don't know, just to let you know that I really don't like a painting till it gets towards the middle end and it starts to take shape. I like the colors. I think these are really pretty. So, but anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that I'm nervous. I'm almost always nervous and I'm not crazy about it. So, but it will keep going. Don't stop, okay? So thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll paint some more. Let's take a look at what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. So in the previous pumpkin videos I just posted a week to 2 weeks ago, depending on when this one posts, 3 weeks ago, I painted over the background that was behind the pumpkins with lots of layers of yellow, which I like because I like, you can kind of get them to glow. But I thought this one would go a little quicker if I paint them white and then paint the shades of orange, yellow over it. I'm also thinking this is going to be a white pumpkin, so maybe we'll put in, oh, I don't know, some yellows in it, maybe some purples. My brush was wet. Some greens maybe. And I think next I'm going to lighten up and just put one layer on the flowers, just get some petals in there, get some stems in there, maybe get some darks in here just so I can see how things are looking. It's the old, color gets the credit, but value does the work. Oh, and I did lighten this up a bit. I just do that. I think it's funny. That's my thing. Okay, guys. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I suppose I can pick it up. It's not gonna, it's a little closer if you want a screenshot. I just wanted to pop in, say hi. It's the next day. I hope your day is going really well, and I'll be back in a bit. Hey friends, I'm making progress. I think next I need to paint the pumpkins and get them set so I just put one dull layer of petals on the Black-Eyed Susans, so then I can take, a lighter layer and then maybe even some white or yellow. Maybe I should put out some cad yellow maybe to bring the petals forward and push some back. And then I indicated a couple another flowers just to sort of make it more full. And I put a little purple and a little indication of some purple flowers in here. And I'm just kind of building it up with textures and layers. And I'm not sure I like it yet, but it's getting there. Give you a screenshot. So I put in the stems, and then I put in more stems, and I put in a couple leaves, just kind of building it up. And then these actually go over this path. I was thinking it might be good to put a couple maybe sunspots on the path. But I don't know, I just keep playing with this, kind of like the daisy one, just keep playing with it. Oh, and then I'm thinking that this might be too plain, but I need to get the pumpkins in and still keep trying to add a little detail out there. I'll be back after a bit. Okay, just popping in with a couple comments. I got out a new styrofoam plate and it was nice to have fresh paint. I saved my other palette, but I think I'm going to end up just scraping it off or starting a new one because it was really drying out on me. I put out Cad Orange Hue, and I put out some more yellow orange. Is it Azo? Raw Sienna, I think. Yes, Raw Sienna. And then I put out a little of the ultramarine blue green shade. Oh, Mars Black Titanium White. And muted down the oranges, but boy, they still pop. But I need to get the flowers on because if the flowers pop, it'll be fine. I really like the texture sort of painterly look I have to the pumpkins. I was going to paint this one white, but then I thought it might be too much of a bullseye because these flowers are yellows and golds. So anyway, I'm going to quit for tonight. Give you a little look. Or maybe even a little closer. I'm trying to look at the top of my phone. Oh, and then I put like little, just to test it out, little sparkles of the straight up lime green. And I think that's gonna be nice. And I've got like little sparkles with some straight up orange over here. Even some purple in here into the cone part of the cone flower. Or no, these are black-eyed Susans. Okay, I will be back tomorrow. I don't think it's been that long since I last popped in, but I wanted to talk about what I'm doing. So I'm using a filbert. It's kind of pointy. You could even maybe almost call it a cat's tongue. Maybe not. That might be a little more trimmed. It's a Royal Langnickel number 8 Zen line. And I'm just using that to create like skinny, and then I turn it, and then thick brush strokes. And if you don't get it in one stroke, just, you've seen me just now go back and fix. And what I'm thinking here is I'm going, okay, this is really strong, this is really strong. This is gonna be a B, so that'll also help. I'm thinking that I might want some trees or something off in the distance, maybe. Still thinking about lightening up my sky. I think that's so funny. But anyway, so I'm saying, okay, my star of my shows are right in here. So a lot of white on this one, a little sunlight, I'm thinking catching on that one. This one's in the, oops, I got a little wet paint, it wasn't dry. I'm thinking this one's in shadow and it'll mimic these colors. And I'm thinking I'll put some orange on this one. So if these are black-eyed Susans, which I think they are, even in my printout, I can see some oranges around the center, but they're also pretty uniform in color. Here, this one might be better. Let's grab this one. And my printout isn't nearly as good as what I can see on my phone or my iPad, but I'm going to exaggerate with more value and have maybe some of these lighter yellows be here, just a few of them, and then maybe go to the yellow orange azo that I'm using straight up on some of these other petals. I've already brought in some orange and some of the raw sienna just to sort of push things back and pull things forward. And as I'm looking at this, I hope I don't forget, but I need some maybe lighter purples in here. But it's starting to come together. So I'm starting to play with, you know, how do I want the eye to move around the painting? Well, I'm thinking like this, and I'll probably put, and I'm thinking the sun's kind of coming here, hitting there, so it would be hitting here. It could hit all the top of this flower, it just kind of depends you know, on how high in the sky it is, but I'm definitely going to want some of these more in shadow. So I hope those comments help. Let me know in the comments of this video. That helps me learn and grow and do better. Okay guys, back in a bit. I'm popping in. I just took a photo and this is looking too gloomy to me. I'm laughing because that always happens to me. Well, maybe not always. This one didn't look too gloomy to me. I love the kind of aqua ocean color sky I got. This one has a traceable. It's a 6x6 canvas. With any of my traceables, you can scale it to any size you want. So I'm gonna grab some mixing white. Is that what I always call it? Mixing white. Transparent mixing white or zinc white is the same thing. Or take some titanium white and mix it with more matte medium. I'm gonna mix this with a little bit of matte medium. Liquitex matte medium. Oops. One of my cords, that's more than I need. One of my cords just fell, but I don't think it's in the way. And I wonder if I want a little bit bigger brush. See if I've got something a little bigger. It is, I just got it a little bit wet and dirty. Hang on a sec. I need to get out some dryer or clean paper towels here. It's a number 12 Royal Langnickel Menta line. All right, so a little matte medium, little zinc white. Let's just, it's gonna dry darker. And if I don't like it, we'll put some more clouds on top of it until we get it to where we like it. That's one thing great about acrylics. Oops, I grabbed water and I don't think I wanted it. You can keep layering. Even if it's thick, it might be a little harder to paint. I got a little hair there. It might be a little harder to paint over the texture, or it might be fun because the texture will show through. I might just soften those up too. Of course, I may have so much matte medium that it's not gonna lighten it, but I feel safer adding some of the matte medium and going slow, and then putting on, say, some straight titanium white and not liking it. You can tell I'm trying to think. I probably just need to let that dry and see how it looks. I don't know if we got much lighter. All right, so I want this corner A lot of times I do my corners similar, but it can be good to mix it up and not treat them the same. And I tend to like the sweeping clouds, you know, sort of pointing, leading you in and down a little bit. And even though I just fixed all these stems, I can come back and fix them again. All right, I want to leave that corner dark. Or at least darker. Maybe soften what's going on back here. And lighten. Maybe lighten some of that. So I just keep playing with values. Color too, in that my grass is green and my flowers are, you know, yellow orange. I could yellow up my flowers a little bit. I like how some of them are glowing. Can I paint my bee in? I haven't done that yet. Sometimes I think when I painting more impressionistic landscape, I get a little tight or something, I'm not sure. Okay, I just wanted to comment, let you know what I'm thinking. You can, of course, this is gonna look like your painting. You do what you like, you know. I even ended up getting a little yellow up there by mistake, but I don't mind it. It was on my finger because I tend to smear with my middle finger because it's my longest finger. Okay, we'll leave that dark, that corner dark. Okay, I think we should let this dry and see how it looks because it's going to dry darker. We could be about done. I'm just playing right now. I need to get the bee in. Maybe I should get the bee in and see how it looks. Take another photo. Of course, then I'd see something over here. It'll make it look softer, which I might like better. I definitely have a lot of action and color going on there. Watch me go back and put more color in or more. Okay guys, I'll pop back in after a bit. Hey friends, we could be done. Let's see if I can get this a little closer for you. Well, here, I'll do sort of, so I like that I lightened the sky and it's really close to the same value as the ground, the grass, but I like it because it pushes it back more. You know, I could add some more grasses. So I'll look at this tomorrow and see if anything is really bugging me. Oh, here, I put the bee on. Hopefully that can focus. When I get it close, it changes the color values. Oh, and I signed it. So I wanted to talk about a couple things. And then I put some matte medium and some of the yellow orange. So there's like a little bit of glow from the sun. A little bit of glow from the sun there. I like these lime green little pops. There's some little purple pops in there. Okay, so hopefully that showed you pretty well because I start looking at the painting and not standing on my tippy toes and looking at the video. So this is a little lighter than I like, and sometimes I just leave it. You can also, let's see if I can darken a little bit. Do I have any matte medium on here? I don't know if I do. Oh, here I've got, so this palette, I opened it back up and the paint is pretty dry and sticky, but I was able to, you know, make it work You could just put out fresh paint. I don't know why I get so stingy. So this is matte medium. And then we could take a little, oh, we could make a darker purple color. Or we could just take maybe a little of the dark green and some matte medium. So we're making a glaze. And if it doesn't work, we can fix it. And I'm just gonna, oh yeah, there we go. So I'm just gonna, actually I probably need a little more green. I get a little scared. So I'm gonna grab a little green and mix it in this puddle. No, actually, that might be knocked back enough for me. Always remember it dries darker as I put on a little more. So I want my mark to be there, but I don't want it to, like, some artists will, like, you know, be bright white and, I don't know, red X, and they really want it to stand out. I put my whole signature on the back. So it's so that you can recognize it's mine and then double check on the back to, you know, make sure that's my signature kind of thing. Oh, and then the other thing I was thinking about doing, and it's just plain. Okay, so let's get that palette out of there. It doesn't have any room on it. It's taking some cad yellow medium hue. And so yellows are quite transparent. Put a little on our palette. And we could mix it with matte medium. And then this is the brush I painted most of the flowers with. So I'm just making sure it's clean. I'm going to grab a little matte medium just because. A little water would work. I don't know if I even need it. It might be too. You just kind of have to see how it looks when it dries and then maybe put on more. But we could kind of yellow up and punch up. And I don't know if it'll show in the video. Maybe I don't even need the matte medium. Let's put a little. Sorry, I'm just kind of making sure my brush is clean. I love fresh paint. I don't know why I don't treat myself to fresh paint more often. We could see if we can get a little glow on the pumpkin. Trying to make the light a little stronger. And that's where I think the transparency, all the colors are a little transparent, even the titanium white. It's not like one coat isn't going to totally block out something, you know, cover it. And so really you can play and play and play with transparency, and then like the yellows, the oranges are more transparent than, I was going to say some of the blues, but you just have to test it out. Some of the blues are quite transparent. Kind of give this a little zing. Give our star of the show a little. So we kind of have more than one star of the show here, but we're keeping it all, like this is very contrasty, but it's, you know, in more towards the middle. Everything's looking in, which I like to do. You know, I put some zinc white in here just to walk you into the painting a little bit and make the edges a little darker. Do you like how I wiggle my hands? I don't know how I do that. I just thought I'd pop in, tell you I was going to play a little bit. Of course, then you don't want to do too much. I really kind of want that to glow. We could, I mean, you could play and play. Oh, and I put little purple dots there, like little, whatever these little purple things are in the background. Maybe there's a couple of leaves. That's kind of fun. Okay, are we done? So that keeps drying a little darker than I get scared and I wipe it clean. I want these to kind of, this one it's a little risky. I don't want it to pop too much. I definitely want this one to have more zip, and I like that this one's pointing in. Okay, I think we'll call it done. And I don't know if that yellow, when it dries, oh here, I could dry it with a hair dryer. Maybe we could, now see, now I want to, sorry, I saw this and I kind of want to, maybe this one, it points down. This one kind of points to where we're going to. I can dry it with a hair dryer and see if you can see the difference. Hopefully you can see it now, because yellow's not that strong of a color. I think that's fun. So you can see I keep putting a little bit more layers on it, just to get it to pop. Okay, I'm gonna dry it and I'll come right back and say goodbye. So one thing great about drying it with a hair dryer, going to get a cup of coffee, you know, stepping away from it for a little bit, or even taking a photo. So I'm not crazy, I almost have a repeat thing going on, and I really like this leaf. So I'm gonna take, this is where it's nice if you save your colors. You could always mix it again, you know. I leave the colors out that I'm working on a current painting, either next to my easel or on my art table here. So I can say, oh yeah, I used raw sienna and some black to make a brown. I don't have any burnt umber out. Or you could use burnt umber and then just put it in more places, if that makes some sense. I'm kind of wanting to knock that down so then we have more stepping, almost like, you know, you can't see the path here, so you're coming into the painting this way. You're kind of also coming into the painting this way. You know, everybody's talking and looking at the little bumblebee. Maybe I should, oh, what's a good title for this painting? You know, hello bumblebee, something like that maybe. You guys, I don't want to suggest anything because you guys come up with great ideas. So I'm just gonna put a little more down there just in case. Okay. Definitely need to stop painting and look at it tomorrow and see what I think. A quick interruption here so that you can see that I changed the sky 3 times. I thought you might like to see it. And another thing that you might want to try, so I did use the traceable because I'm assuming you guys will, but really it might look better and be a little bit more loose if you just maybe trace the pumpkins on in the general structure of the painting. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. I tend to get a little tight. I did pretty well because I don't think I drew them all on. I tend to get a little tight if I use the traceable for the flowers. And then here, so this one just builds on a little bit more detail, a little bit more color than this one, which has a traceable. How many times have I said traceable in this video? I'm gonna stick it back up here. Hang on a second. If you've hung out with me this long, I super appreciate it. Hit the like button. If you subscribe, be sure you also, for lack of a better word, hit the bell, because then you'll get notifications. We're starting to do lives, which I think is going to be really fun. We're talking about whether we want to charge maybe $1 or $2, $3, so you guys can have your, you know, custom fun stickers that you don't normally see in chat room. Is there any other housekeeping? I really love the comments and all the support across all the social media sites. Best place to find me is Facebook and YouTube. Sorry, I was almost going to say goodbye, then I wanted to say traceables are my website, annietroe.com. Okay, that's like one massive commercial. Great big happy art hugs. I look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye guys.